Welcome to this daily guided meditation practice. This is the Attentive Mind. My name is Nathan, and I'll be guiding you through this meditation practice today. Find yourself a seated position. Any position works. You could be sitting in a chair, you could be lying down. You just want to find what works for you. Today's a shorter meditation, so the position isn't as important. Just find something comfortable and slightly sturdy, where you don't feel like you're about to move around. Also, we keep our eyes open during this practice. But if you have learned to practice with your eyes closed and you feel more comfortable doing that, close your eyes, or no, it's not really important. But if your eyes are open, go ahead and just leave the screen alone and drop your gaze gently down below you, kind of looking at the floor, the desk, or whatever is just below you. We're not staring or analyzing anything, but we're also not zoned out and blurry. We just have a gentle, clear gaze directed softly and gently downwards. You're in a nice, comfortable, and sturdy position, and your eyes are either closed or open and directed down. You are here. That's all. All the ideas you have about meditation practice, quieting the mind, or becoming still is all thinking. Before you think about it, you are here. So just notice what you notice. Body sensations, sounds, shape, and form, and of course, thoughts. There seems to be this constant stream of words, and it feels like you're doing it. We say, I'm thinking. But I invite you to let go of that view and settle your attention to this moment, just as it is. And regard your thoughts as if they were somebody else's, not under your control. Something that just happens. Thinking will not stop, and it doesn't have to. Just notice what is here before thinking arises. Or another way to say this is to ask, what is here when there are no problems to be solved? There's nowhere to go. There's nothing to do. There's no person to become better. There's not even a future to get to. What's left? And notice how you're starting to think about something again, wandering off. But why do we say it's me that is wandering off? See, there's something that notices thought. And if we can notice thought, then we must not be thought. There's something that knows when the mind is wandering, but it itself isn't affected by the mind. This moment is seen. What sees it? So the mind might say, well, I see it. Me. But of course, this is just words. Me and I are ideas. When you let those go, what's left? What sits here? What hears this voice? We believe to be a person that's doing something. Where is the center from which this person is operating? Do you have a body? Or are you a body? What is this thing that has a body? Where's that? Can you find it with attention? There's no one to become. There's nothing there. You, with your story, personality, history, exists only as a thought now. If you don't believe me, then look. What am I? Look for the looker. All right, you can look at the screen. Now, I know we do a lot of practice. If you're regular here, we do a lot of practice paying attention to the breath. And this is very important, especially if you're, I hate to say beginner, but because the beginning and the end of the practice is kind of the same with meditation. And if you're an expert meditator, knowing the breath is also very important, although it's not necessarily part of the practice anymore as you get more into it. But for most of us, we need to learn something fundamental about our minds in order to, I would say, start really meditating. And we just need to know what it's like to not be lost in thought. We all do actually know what it's like to not be lost in thought, like a deep sleep where there's no dreams. What's that? Are you dead? Or when we're watching a movie and we're so into it, or when we're playing the piano or the guitar or playing sports, you get what they call in the zone and you're just locked in. That is what it's like in a way. But we need to notice that as something here and now in the midst of our discursive thoughts, our default mode network, which is just thinking. And we must realize that you are not your thoughts. They're not yours. And the only way to know that is to look. What am I? We feel to be separate entities that have histories, stories, personalities. And you're over there and I'm over here behind a screen. There's a dualism. There's I'm here, that's out there. There's an inside of my life and then there's an outside. It's an illusion. It's not even close to being real. Although to most of us, it's absolutely obvious that that's the case. Because we don't take time to look at our minds. We don't take time to look at experience itself and to recognize that thinking isn't me. It happens by itself in the same way that the heartbeat happens by itself. The endocrine system operates by itself. Your digestive system happens by itself. Your nails grow themselves. Your hair grows itself. Your eyes blue themselves. They all happen automatically. Yet there's this weird little thing going on in our head where we claim to be the author of thoughts. And thinking is dual. So that's why we say there's a there and a here. Up, down, inside, outside. Thinking is dual. And when we believe those thoughts, that is our whole world. It's dual. Good, bad, ugly, beautiful. I don't like this. I like this. I'm going to be a good person. I'm going to be a bad person. So noticing the breath develops the affinity to know what it's like to not be lost in thought. Then we can use that clarity, that distance from thinking to turn back. Well, what is sitting here in the first place? I say I have a body. What is that? What is this I that has a body? Where? The breath can be found, so can the I be found? Is it here? Is it here? Where? Look. And when you see through that illusion, you see through the illusion of being, of the whole charade, the whole mask, the character we play, and we call it me. I play the character Nathan. I like to share meditation with people on YouTube, and I serve tables at a restaurant. That's the character I have. There's a personality, problems, issues, but it's a big act. You are not what you think you are. It's really that simple. But you can't just hear me say this, you must sit and practice. What is this? What am I? And when we wake up from the dream of being a me, is when true meditation practice begins. Because then when we're sitting, we're just sitting. When we're talking, we're just talking. When we're washing the dishes, it's just the dishes. See? Not washing the dishes and then what am I going to cook for dinner and then what this problem and then when I go over there and then me, my problems. Just the dishes. Anyway, if you have any questions about what I talk about here, because I know sometimes it can be a little steep. Sometimes I just get the fire. I'm like, let's look. But if you have any questions, please ask. I know it's been a while since I posted a question and answer video. I will. Just things have been a little chaotic, but I will. I promise. So any question is good, and I'll answer them in the comments below. I'm sorry, I answer it in a separate question and answer video later on. And of course, if you're new to this channel, I post a video like this every day. It's a genuine meditation practice, not to give you spiritual beliefs or ideas, but just to show you the practice to look at you. So join me, and I'll be here for you. And as always, thank you for showing up today. And without exception, I'll see you tomorrow.